Good afternoon, LinkedIn. I hope you all had a good week. Certainly been an interesting week for me. We are seeing a little bit more investment coming back into the pharmaceutical market. I think this is coupled with companies who have been sitting on budgets all year, now realizing that new budget time is upon them, and they have expenditure to use up before the end of the year, and so are now releasing budgets. So we are seeing several new positions come through onto the market right now, not just from the big pharma companies, but also from some of the smaller biotechs, which is where the market's been very quiet, especially over the last 6 months. I'd say from sort of March, April onwards, that biotech market has been quieter than how I've seen it, certainly over the last 2 or 3 years. That's led to me having some really interesting conversations this week with a few CEOs from biotech companies who are looking to now build out their organizations, either with existing funding or new funding that they've had to come through over the last few weeks. There is therefore quite a few opportunities. We're seeing some in the US, but also in the European market coming out of those businesses. One of the services that I have been linking up with some of these biotech companies on is quite an interesting one. And if you're a small biotech CEO, COO, or in the human resources department, you might well be interested in this. Knowing that the companies do lack a little bit of infrastructure at the moment, they don't have a dedicated person to manage their talent acquisition activities or workflow when it comes to incoming candidates. We have partnered up with a couple of businesses recently who are utilizing our experience in managing candidates through the process. So providing an outsourced solution when it comes to that candidate management coming in, not just from candidates that Hobson Pryor is providing, but also candidates applying directly to these businesses via their advertising and via LinkedIn. What this means is we can take over that burden. They're not having to bring in a whole new employee or find more time in the day, which they don't have to manage those candidates. And one of the key focuses of that is improving that candidate experience. For these biotech companies, it's really important that as they're a new company, their brand is protected. And one of the easy ways to damage your brand is to not respect candidates who are applying to your positions. That's why candidate response, either directly or via an agency, is really important. It's also really important to partner with the right agency on this, but also for all recruitment projects, because we're often the face of your company when it comes to speaking to new candidates in the market. So you want to ensure that agency not only takes the right message to the market, but also is treating candidates in the right way, responding to candidates who are applying for positions and giving them the support they need throughout that application process. But to take back to my original point, we've partnered on a couple of these companies. It means we're taking a lot of that administrative burden on there for them, and we're able to support them grow as well as helping them with open vacancies which they've struggled with. So if you're in that position, perhaps you want to keep your business streamlined, you don't have a talent acquisition department yet, or you don't have somebody with the time in your human resources operations department to manage both incoming candidates, but also candidates being provided to you by agencies, please do get in touch with me. Happy to have a talk through about how this could potentially look for your business. We've run it in several different ways for these biotechs already. We have a track record of this. This isn't our first time. We've done this with multiple businesses over the years, but it is just becoming a little bit more popular again as funding is being, shall we say, more scrutinized, and companies are thinking of better ways to spend that. So if that's interesting, please do get in touch. As always, if you want to talk to me about recruitment, either hiring for your company, or if you're looking for a new job, please do reach out to me. When it comes to supporting you find a new position, I would then put you in contact with one of my colleagues who is more active in that space, depending on what you do. But thank you again for listening. Have a great weekend when it arrives, and bye-bye for now.